I speak blessings to you and yours, Palmer family. It's the world's most loved mama, Montisha. That's what my sons call me, so Mom, it is. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about life, love, tales from the hood, and everything that comes with it. So, Ma and Chris story time. It's Ma and Chris story time. It's Ma and Chris story time. Hey! So today I'm going to talk about endurance. Like I said, my company that I work full-time for is giving out plenty of overtime. And because I'm by myself, well, Mama got to do what Mama got to do. We've been blessed enough to have all the things that we need and everything that we want, and this is how I know how to get it, the honest way. So with that being said, I drill to my son the importance of school, because I feel like if I have a degree, or if I would have gotten a degree or anything like that to that nature, I wouldn't have to work twice as hard for it. That's why I push for education. Education is power. Education is key. Education is everything. You can still be beautiful and smart. You can still be handsome, hot throb, chubby, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Big bone.
Education is everything.
And remember, you don't necessarily have to go to college. There is such thing as trade schools, and I would even argue that they're low-key more useful, well, I'm not going to say more useful than a college degree, but certain jobs don't require college degrees. In fact, people always shun plumbing, but plumbers, once they get out of trade school, they're going to be making big bank straight out the gate compared to someone, say, that did a business college degree. They're going to have to work up the ranks, and they probably might not be making as much as the plumber straight out the gate with less years put into it, because most trade schools are about 2 to 3 years, while you're in college for maybe 4 to 5 years. So think about that.
But don't knock college, because it's still a good thing. It's still furthering your education is everything. Just like I was talking to, this was a couple of years ago, I was talking to one of my co-workers, and she said something that blew my mind. Her brother was going to school to be a welder, right? But the welder works underwater in the ocean. Do you know how much they start off with? 80 grand. That's after you go to school, get your trade and everything.
Right out the gate.
80 grand. Fresh out of whatever they do. So I was amazed at that. So education is everything, and to me, the more you know, the better you are. We all are, not just you, all of us.
Yeah.
The better we are. And a lot of times, where we're from, the young blacks don't know that. They don't know that there's better out there, there's more to life. And if they're not surrounded by the right people, then they're just gonna be lost. Lost cause. You don't have to be a drug dealer to make 6 figures. You don't have to rob and kill each other to get ahead. You don't have to do that.
Don't gotta do that at all.
Just because your friends don't want to go to school, that's them. That's their life. You think about you and your life. And I don't want to hear you say, well, that's being a sellout. A sellout to who? For wanting better for yourself and your family and your children's children. How is that being a sellout to you?
Yeah, don't forget, you can make your own business.
Yeah.
For example, back to the plumbing analogy. If you make your own plumbing company, you don't gotta work for anybody. You can work for yourself. You can make your own hours, make your own rates, cash your own check.
Sign your own check. Write your own check.
Sign, write, whatever. you're in control. So you gotta remember that. Just because you went to college, you don't have to go work for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the confidence in yourself, do it yourself.
Yeah. Start your own business.
Yeah.
And then, like, I know you probably said, well, it's gonna require a lot of time away from family. What you think is gonna happen when you gotta work for somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
What
And they force you to work them hours.
Yeah, when it's required.
Yeah.
And you're working 12-hour shifts, 11.5-hour shifts.
Yeah, well, I work 12 or 11.5-hour shifts for someone else when you could work 8-hour shifts.
Yeah.
For yourself, or maybe even 5.
For yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the big difference that a lot of us brown people don't know. And I'm not knocking anything or anyone's, way of life, but hey, guys, we gotta do better.
Yeah.
And it's our youth that's suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna be here when we are seniors? Who gonna be the next doctors and lawyers for us?
Yeah, think about
If
it.
y'all don't pull it together and do what you have to do.
Yeah. And to those, especially in my generation, that's out there grinding, doing they can do the right way, I commend you.
Kudos, yes, kudos.
We the next generation.
That's
We're
right.
the future. We gotta get our act together.
That's right. You're on the right path. Keep going. I don't care what you see or what your circumstances are. It don't matter who you were born into, who family you were born into.
What circumstances?
What your circumstances are.
We got the
You
power.
are responsible for you. You have the power to do what's right for you. And with that being said, how is school going, son?
School's going pretty good, though I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of chugging along, just trying to endure and get this semester out the way. Most because I've kind of lost interest in my classes and stuff. Mostly because if I get what I want for next semester, I'll have I'll say, honestly, a very good schedule. Because first of all my classes are going to be on Monday and Wednesday, and Monday and Wednesday, and they all are pretty much around the same kind of topic or topics. So pretty excited about that. I'm ready to jump in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you still strive for the best. You
Yeah, of
still
course.
push forward. You still do the best that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it seems like it's tough and it seems like it's hard.
Yeah.
You can still do it.
Yeah,
You're
I
on
wouldn't
the right
necessarily say it's tough, but it's at this point in time, when my classes are teaching me aren't really aligning with what I want to do for the future.
track. Mm-hmm.
There's still what I want to do, but so I can explain a little bit. So at VCU Arts, we technically have 2 years of introduction into our majors / mediums. So freshman year of VCU Arts, mind you, VCU Arts only. I don't know what the other schools and stuff do at VCU, but for VCU Arts, every student has to go through AFO or Arts Foundation. And pretty much we dabble into every single kind of major that VCU has. And VCU has, I don't know the exact count of majors, but we have a pretty good amount of majors. So say you want to do maybe ceramics, you can do that. You can do printmaking, graphic design. We have film majors, music majors. We have just a lot of different fine arts and things like that. But we all go through AFO. That's basically the first introduction. Then by spring semester of, spring semester of freshman year, we choose our majors. Then the fall of sophomore year, that's when we start the second wave in introduction. And currently I'm at that second wave, and I just want introductions to be over with. Because I have one more semester of introductions. Then after that, or at least in my major in particular, we have like, so it's going to be kind of hard explaining my major because it's not really like a defined like set of what you can do for the major. But basically, my major is kind of like a pick and choose kind of major.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically at my time at VCU, I can decide whether I want to focus or where I want to specifically focus my learning for Connecticut. So say I want to do 3D animation and video all 4 years. I can do that. Or I can do a mix and match of say 3D animation, 2D animation, video, sound, and maybe, what's the other one? Creative coding all 4 years. So I've learned like all those in like somewhat of a peaceful harmony. And honestly, I'm just waiting for that point so I can see what my options are and what I want to do. Because I primarily want to be an animator, or I shouldn't say animator, but just like mixed
Somewhere in that
media.
field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You can start by filming my stories my made up stories that I'm going to be sharing. I have a few projects that I want to do myself that are in the process. It's just going to be a mixture of a couple of things, ideas that I want to do. I would like to have Mally participate a little more, but of course sometimes he's with it and other times he's just not.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're going to talk about endurance. God has equipped us me to strive forward, keep moving, keep getting it, even though on those days where I am dead tired and I just don't want to get out of bed, the weather, everything, is just calling my name to just stay put. Mommy has to do what mommy has to do. I'm used to that, so that's no problem. I get up and I thank God, and I thank Him for the strength to be able to do it every day, to keep moving and to keep focused. And just remember that there is a reason. There is a cause. So like, we're not where we were 5 years ago, and I thank God for that. So like, I see improvement. Yes, it's slowly moving. Like I said, with no certificate or degree or anything like that. You're gonna work twice as hard for it. Trust me when I tell you. You're gonna work twice as hard for it unless you know somebody or you're in the family business or family way. That's your only safe point. But with that being said, like, we can do anything that we put our hearts and minds to do. And it's just up to us to do it. So now with that being said, let's tell them about where we came from. So what traumatizing experience do you remember in the hood? This is when we moved around there when Chris was just starting, was it kindergarten?
No, it was a year before.
So
I was
in early childhood.
Yeah. I think I was just turning 4. Or no, I was just about to turn 5. But because my birthday was during the school year instead of before it, they wanted me to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So I was technically delayed by a year.
Yeah, just because his birthday fell after the start point.
Yeah.
So school started in September and yours in October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how it ended up getting pushed back.
Dang, so I could have graduated in 2019. I did not do that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of glad because I actually had an easy graduation, but that's besides the point. Yeah. So
when we first moved there, still bad, but it wasn't as bad as it turned out to be.
Or it got to be.
Yeah, so like the first few years, of course, you're going through the emotions and everything. You're all depressed. You don't want to be there, first of all, because it's in a bad neighborhood. And it's like, to me, it was like a generational thing. Because first my mom was there, her mom was there, and then she moved there. And then with my circumstances, I had to go back. And just so happened I went back to where my mom used to live. Not on the same street or anything like that, but it was just the same apartment complex and whatnot. And there I seen how people just fell so easily into getting mixed in with drugs, all types of stuff going on. And it's not a place where, you want to raise your kids at, but you got to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Keep a roof over your head. It did that. Hey, if you took care of yourself like you were supposed to, you kept food in your refrigerator. That was that place. But the one thing I didn't like about it was that once you got yourself together, they really didn't teach you. Well, they offered classes, but they really didn't teach you how to go beyond. You only paying rent, so you don't have water, gas, and all that other stuff. So you get used to not paying paying extra bills and whatnot. So when you do go branch off to an apartment or something like that, and you have your light running all the time, and you wonder why your bills are extremely high, it's because you weren't taught to turn stuff off. So it's little stuff like that kind of threw me back, that I wish they would offer classes and stuff, just how to live beyond the projects. A lot of times it was just learning lessons. But for me, was when it had got to the point where I got comfortable, pretty much. And
we technically both got comfortable.
Yeah.
Because, before we left, it was kind of it was bad, but it wasn't really that bad.
Yes, it was. They were killing each other like flies out there.
That was near the end though. In the middle, it was kind of it was somewhat chill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they weren't. Well, first of all, the police was patrolling every day.
Because there was always something going on.
You saw the police patrol there every day.
It was always something going on.
Yeah, but because of that, it's it wasn't really too bad till it got to the end.
Yeah,
that's
so
when it was
you can't get comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's not what you want to do if it's just something that you're just passing through. You don't want to make it, like I said, a generational thing.
Yeah.
And there it can become, and it was, but like I said, we are the voices that got to stand up. You got to want to do better.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you're a lost cause. But the day that I remember, I had worked the night before, and whatever the situation had happened, they had an altercation that happened where a young man was shot. And the next day, thank God I was off. The next day, I had, the school had called.
Oh, yeah.
And said that the power had went out. So I had to go and pick him up from school.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I had to pick him up from school. So, of course, I'm standing on the porch getting the 411 from my cousin. And she, all of a sudden, we see three young guys. When I say young, none of them look like they were over the age of 18. Not one of them.
Probably in high school.
Yeah.
If I remember.
So, I remember her saying whatever the situation was, that the little flat top boys. Flat top is a haircut, anyway. But we're standing on the porch just talking. She's just giving me all of the 411. And all of a sudden she says, "Oh my gosh, there go the boys. Y'all go in the house. Go in the house. There they go. It's gonna be some trouble." So we were on our way out anyway. So I told him, "Come on, let's get in the car. We go. We leaving." So before we even put the car in gear to move,
it got active.
Yeah.
I always say it got active.
Daylight. Now imagine this is 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I would say it's early in the morning. Y'all getting active. That's crazy.
They started shooting. Pow, 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 pow. All
Think of
I
GTA.
remember,
Think of GTA.
I put that car in gear and I stumped that gas.
She U-turned it too.
And
She hit that. She hit that U-turn.
no, I didn't realize it was a little girl. I don't know if she was using the car for shelter or what. All I remember is as I'm pulling off, I just look to my left and she's like running beside the car. Lord forgive me for laughing, but it's not funny. I almost ran over the little girl. I didn't see her until she was right there at the window of the car. At this point, I'm in thinking mode, bubble mode, like bullets are flying, and bullets don't have no name on it. We are ducks sitting right here. Oh no, we are not staying right here. So I made it do what it do. So when I said I was Tokyo Drift or sprint wheels, I did all that
She
day.
did. She Tokyo drifted.
But it's funny now, but when it happened, it was not funny.
Yeah.
It was not funny. My heart, oh my gosh. My heart was just gone. Like, did I even ask you, were you okay? Were you shot or anything like that?
I was fine. We was just.
Boom, 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 boom. That was just.
I don't even think we spoke afterward. I think we just sat there for a little bit, just contemplating what happened.
What just happened? Yes.
That was a wild day.
It was.
That was.
Like I said, it wasn't even noon.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
And I don't know if all three of them got shot that day or.
I could have swore I heard that one of them had died.
It was something that nature. Something bad happened, but.
Someone lost their life. That's what I heard.
Yeah. My thing is like, I understood that okay now either they have mental issues going on or they just didn't care, because you're gonna do dirt one day. And instead of staying away until things calm down, you come right back the very next day.
Looking for trouble.
Looking for trouble, walking up and down the street like you're untouchable. And it was made clear
Because they were not
untouchable and that they were knocking at Pandora's door and somebody answered.
Yeah.
So, it was situations like that.
Just wish it wasn't early in the morning.
No, this is sad. We had gotten used to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Used to things happening like that. Used to it. That's not normal. That's traumatizing. They used to say we were bougie or whatever. No, because I chose to keep my son out the streets, myself out the streets, keep us out of trouble.
Yeah.
We were bougie? What?
Plus, even though sometimes I don't got common sense, for the most part, I had common sense. I was keeping my butt in the house.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you got me some video games or some food, I was good.
Yeah, but even with that, just staying in the house, you can't say that was safe, because with them being untrained at shooting a firearm, they
They'll be
would shoot
shooting
up
people
yeah,
up.
shooting through the windows and the door. And you innocent bystander watching TV and mind your own business, and you upstairs in your bedroom sleep,
Yeah.
and you get shot.
Well, actually, luckily they couldn't shoot through the doors. Well, it's because all the doors were metal.
Yeah, they changed them, 'cause at some point, well, when I was younger, we used to live there, the doors were wooden doors, and they would have shootouts, and the bullets would come through the door, and you would wake up the next morning and have a hole, a gaping hole or small holes in your door where the bullets have entered your house. The concrete, the cinder blocks that they built it out of would be chipped with holes in it.
So they changed.
Yeah,
so
they had to change it because
by the time I was growing up there, all the doors were metal. So
they changed
and the
it.
screen doors were metal too.
Uh-huh.
So it was metal on top of metal.
Yeah, to try to protect us,
But guess what? The windows were still glass.
yeah, and the bullets still travel through the windows and houses. Yeah. So that every day, like, I thank God for deliverance, for getting us out of there, for not sending me in there too young where, you know, that lifestyle was fascinating to me, and you know, I didn't get wooed by drug dealers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but to be fair, you grew up in it. So by then you knew it's like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, this ain't the place for us.
Yeah.
This ain't what I want. It was pretty much. And with me having a son, The streets were waiting to recruit him. And it's no.
And
he ain't gonna be nobody's bodyguard.
Bigger than a lot of the children there.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be nobody's bodyguard.
They would have turned me to Rick Ross.
Run no crew. He ain't gonna hold no packs for you. He ain't gonna be selling no packs. Nope. Not today, double.
Everybody's trying to be me.
And they tried, even at a young age.
Even the football coaches.
They tried. Now see, now had you not been so, I guess, sheltered, well,
lazy.
most people say mama's boy or lazy. I would have let him play football.
In hindsight, I kind of wish I took it serious because I probably would have been a D1 athlete by now. Sorry, the camera went out, but yes, I could have been a D1 athlete. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm fast for my size, even though it don't look like it. I'm pretty fast, I will say. So I probably could have been a D1 or a D2 athlete had I put my effort in. Or I could have been a wrestler.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, now you know that you have to motivate yourself through school.
Yeah.
But he is, when I was training, preparing myself to go to where I'm working at, don't say it. But anyway, training myself to go where I'm at now, I had to run a mile. And think about it, I used to smoke cigarettes and drink, so I was in no type of shape to do any of that. And for part of my motivation, I would have him out there. We used to run behind the school. It was an abandoned. It wasn't abandoned. It was just closed down.
Yeah.
School that.
I mean, technically it was abandoned.
Well, yeah.
They weren't really doing that with the school.
They did, and you know they tore it down.
Oh.
Yeah, they tore it down and opened up.
Oh,
The
yeah.
school down there. They made it a nice park.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And
They finally did something positive.
yeah, when you look at it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They got tables and chairs and stuff sitting out there.
Well, good for the hood.
Yeah, but yeah, we used to go behind the school, and I would start off walking, and then when it was time for me to try to run that mile, oh, it was so hard, especially with my circumstances. But he would outdo me every time. He would outlast me every time.
I told you I'm fast.
I'm just back there huffing and puffing.
I got the stamina. I can box for 2 hours straight. Probably 3 hours if I really wanted to.
Yeah, but he would outdo me.
But, yeah.
Running, well, I didn't do too much walking, but you did a lot of running with me.
Yeah.
You did do running.
Well, outside.
And them legs used to get up, and I used to look like, what? How in the? But yeah, he used to outdo me.
Yeah.
He did.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was skinny, I'd probably be super fast.
Mm-hmm.
Just zigzagging.
But yeah.
Yeah, but instead I'm the big train coming at you.
They used to call him Big Mix.
Big Mix.
Big Mix as a child. Like now it's funny, but I didn't find it funny then because it's like, come on, y'all. You know, it's like, yeah.
Now it's like, okay, yeah, that's Big Mix right
Yeah,
there.
now I see what they talk about. But no, even on a good note, like I said, you have to want to do something.
Yeah.
But in his case, like I said, I did not let him go outside. For the hours that I worked, because the neighborhood was that bad, I would not let him go outside. Not with other family members watching or anything like that. If I wasn't home to supervise him, you're not going outside. You stay inside this house, do your homework, play your little video games. Well, with that being said, excuse me, y'all, eat ice. Education is everything. You have to want change, and you have to be about change to make change happen. And the way that I had to learn to do it, because I was so broken, I turned to God. And from there, I thank Him for keeping us on the right track, allowing us to make a plan involving Him, and He delivers. And He keeps on delivering. So, like I said, education is everything. If you want the best, strive for the best to be the best. And with that being said, we're going to close it out. And we're going to end it with that. So, love you guys. Stay focused. Be blessed. And continue to do your best. If you're watching this, I want you to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Smash that button, y'all. Smash it. You're on the right track. Keep moving. Keep going. Keep up the pace. When it seems that it's getting hard for you, turn everything over to God.
Yep.
And that's the best advice that I can give anyone. Because I know it works. I promise you, it works. So with that being said, love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.